how often do entrepreneurs party and work that into their work-life balance? That's what I'm gonna be answering in today's video. If you like videos like this, subscribe and smash the like button so you don't miss any new ones.
Hi, I'm Dan Henry. I used to deliver pizza and sell water bottles to pay my rent. Then I discovered entrepreneurship and grew a $20 million online business. Subscribe to my channel and I'll show you how.
Hey everybody, today's question comes from Galicia. Galicia? I apologize for butchering the name. How often do entrepreneurs party? Work-life balance. So, I mean, I really don't think that it's any different than just asking a normal person how long they party, because I know people who don't party at all, and I know people who party all the time. For instance, my good friend Sam Ovens, dude never parties. I don't think he knows what party means. I remember I was at one of his masterminds one time, and he's standing there and he's rubbing his chin, and he's like, one time last year, I had a glass of wine at dinner with my wife. It was my anniversary. And then his wife in the back chimes in, she goes, you had 2 glasses of wine. He goes, no, I don't believe I did. I had 1. And she's like, you had 2. And he's like, perhaps I had 2. And that was it. And I was just like, what? And then there's other entrepreneurs I've met that have very successful businesses that all they do is party. I mean, one of my friends is literally at the exotic dance club literally every night. I mean, this dude has done more for women's education and the pursuit of college than anyone I've ever known. That was a joke. Calm your 2021 down, please. Anyway, so I think it's like asking anybody else. For me personally, this is what I like to do. I like to go out every Friday because I get my son Saturday morning. So I have a system, right? I work throughout the week. Maybe during the week I go out to dinner or something like that. I don't really drink, and if I do, it's maybe 1 drink, but I don't really like to drink during the week. Friday night, I will go out. I'll have a few drinks. I'll go to a show. I'll go to a bar or a dance club or something like that, or just something. It doesn't even have to be a drinking thing. Hatchet throwing. I mean, we got a hatchet throwing place downtown. And then I will get my kid on Saturday. And on Saturday, I have my kid all day, and I spend Saturday, because I'm a little bit low energy from the night before, I'll take Saturday to recover, and so I'll normally have him here. We will wrestle, we'll play, I'll teach him things, we'll read books, we'll do stuff that's mostly indoors. And then on Sunday, I have max energy, and so I take him to Chuck E. Cheese, or I take him to the park, or I do outdoor high energy activity stuff with him. Sometimes I see him during the week where I'll just basically spend the evening with him, or I'll take half a day and kind of do whatever, you know. So that's how I view it. And then once per quarter, I like to go on a vacation once per quarter. And when I'm on vacation, I do tend to let loose. But I will prepare myself for that. I will eat very healthy, like extra super healthy the week before, or sometimes 2 weeks, so that I kind of prepare myself for a week of not so nutritious food, so that I end up in the same place. This is actually a tip I learned from my personal trainer, Will. I will drink then, and rarely do I get sloppily drunk. Rarely do I get, have like 8 or 9 or 10 drinks and just get blasted. That happens very rarely, unless it's like a holiday or some sort of crazy celebration, or like my birthday or something. And even for my last birthday, I only had like 3 drinks. But I do like to have parties. I do love to host parties. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I have this kind of funny troll thing that I do. So I will host a party, and like we had a party for my birthday here in the condo, and I invite some friends, and it's sort of funny because, it's downtown St. Pete, it's a nice condo, it's a party, so everybody dresses to impress. That means the ladies, they're wearing nice, sexy dresses, they're wearing heels, they're made up. And I remember the last party we had, there were YouTubers here, there were models, there were photographers, businesswomen, real estate agents, but they all looked nice, right? And so just to kind of like, be a little bit of a troll, we took some pictures where all the ladies were in one, or I was standing in front of all the ladies just to mess with people. And of course, I knew that it would blow up, and I would post the picture online, and people would call me like the next Dan Blazarian and just all this ridiculous stuff. Or people would say like, oh, how much do those girls cost and all this stuff. And I just remember thinking, so if a woman dresses up, looks nice, puts on heels, and goes out to a nice event where there are other ladies, she must be what, for sale? She must be just there as an eyepiece. She can't just be a woman that just wanted to look nice for the night. Like, I don't know where people get their brains from these days. It's like there's a discount brain store down the road. Like you have the regular brain store, and then you have the outlet, and then in the outlet you have the clearance aisle, and that seems to be where people are getting their brains from. But I kind of like to mess with people, so I post those pictures just to make people go nuts. But anyway, so I like to have parties like that where there's, you know, a dress to impress element, and you know, we have entertainment. And here's the funny story about the last party and why I couldn't share. Damn it, I'm going to say this because it's funny, and I couldn't post most of the pictures from the last party. Here's why. So we invited some friends who own a dance studio, and they do aerial stuff, they do pole dancing, they do all this stuff. So what happened was they said, hey, do you mind if we bring our pole to your party, and we'll invite a girl from the dance studio. She's like an acrobat, and she's a contortionist, and she's really good, and yada, yada, yada. And I was like, yeah, that sounds fun, you know? So we invite them, and they come and they say, hey, Dan, we had a problem. She couldn't make it last minute or something. I don't know what happened, but she couldn't come, so we had to get a replacement. So we got another girl who is a exotic dancer, like full-fledged exotic dancer. And I was like, whatever, I mean, that's fine, you know. And we had a great time. It was great. She was very good at what she did, but it made it to where I couldn't take too many pictures to share on social. So, but, and I get it. Sure, Dan, sure, that's what happened. Listen, I ain't trying to convince you. But anyway, I'm just rambling. I like to have parties. I like to have theme parties. We used to have parties at my old house, and I do enjoy it thoroughly, like hosting swanky parties. There's a lot of cool networking that goes on and stuff like that. So that's how I do it. I don't know how other people do it. I think it's a wide range. But what I will say is this. You will have some toxic partiers, people who do cocaine and all this stuff and want to go nuts, and they just like let it get away from themselves. And then you have people who are more modest, and they like to party, but they like to make it fun. And yeah, there'll be some, you know, smoke. I mean, I smoke weed, you know, whatever, lots of drinking and smoking weed, but relatively tame. And then you have people who are mostly in it for the networking. You have a wide variety. I don't think entrepreneurs are any different than anybody else. We just have figured out one category of life to make things happen. But we're no different than anybody else. Some of us like to party. Some of us like to take drugs to achieve psychedelic experiences and a greater understanding of the universe. Some of us like to get drunk and wake up at 3 p.m. the next day and realize that we have all this money so we can do whatever we want. Some of us don't like to drink at all and just really focus. It just depends, man. I don't think you can put one label on anybody. And I also think it goes like this, like you have points in your life where you can intersect between those things. I think I'm gonna end the video now because I feel like I'm just talking. So if you enjoyed this video and you like talking about this type of stuff and you want to know more about my perspective on things, drop me a comment, ask me a question, I'll make a video on it. Hope you enjoy. Subscribe, smash like button, all that jazz. See you in the next one.